So it's been a while since I have done a kind of ask me questions video, and I thought I would come on and do one for you today because I had a lot of really good questions on Instagram that I thought I'd go over. Some of them are kind of over the same topic, so I won't read every single question because there's a lot of them, but I'll just start and see kind of how far we get. So I've just got them all in front of me. The first one, I won't kind of say who asked every question either because it'll take me a minute to try and figure out people's usernames and it'll just make the video kind of longer than it needs to be. But the first question is, what was your motivation to start YouTube? I started watching YouTube because I was really interested in beauty and none of my friends were as interested in it as I was. So I'd watch people's videos, and I used to watch Lollipop 26 and people like that on here, and just watched it and thought, you know what, maybe I'll try this. And then I tried it, made a few videos, and then decided I was really embarrassed and awful, deleted it, and then tried again a year later. And that's kind of how my channel was born. So I've been on YouTube for about 3 years, I think, maybe 4, and I love it. You know, I never ever imagined I'd be in the position that I am with it now. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, and I've had so many fantastic opportunities. I met so many fantastic people, and I'm really happy to have done it. So that was kind of how I got into it. Then the next question is, how many calories a day and how do you maintain your weight loss? Please do healthy weight loss motivation videos. I aim to have about 1,200 calories a day when I'm trying to lose weight. When I'm kind of not trying, I don't really tend to even track them because it depresses me too much, but when I'm trying to kind of lose weight, that's how much. And how do I maintain my weight loss weight? I don't maintain it that well, obviously, because I'm always kind of trying to get it down, but I just think you have to work out and really keep your eye on the ball, and it's not easy for everyone. So that's kind of my view on that. Then the next question is, have you any advice for clearing up blackheads and reducing pores? There's a lot of mixed opinion, but some say blackheads are pigmentation, others say they're a build-up of sebum and dirt. Mixed advice, but confused how to eradicate them. I personally think blackheads are just kind of trapped grease inside your skin. The best thing I find is a Clarisonic. Clarisonics really do help to kind of eliminate your blackheads, especially around this type of area. And the other thing is the Sanctuary 5-minute thermal detox. That gets rid of blackheads like no other. Don't try and extract them and all that kind of thing. Kind of deep treatments tend to get rid of them for me, and I know they're a little bit unsightly, but you can get rid of them quite easily with the right products. So they're the kind of 2 key things for me in not getting blackheads. Then what's your must-have for autumn? That's a question that's come up quite a few times. I'm not sure if it's fashion or makeup, but I will do a video on my kind of must-have for autumns in both categories if you want, so let me know down below. My reply to a lot of these questions will be, oh, I'll make a video on it, because it's kind of when the same thing gets asked over and over. This is a really good question. Besides YouTube, do you do anything creative / crafty, sewing, painting, making? No. I am the least creative person you've ever met. My mum can paint beautifully, she can make things, she can, you know, strip furniture, she makes these beautiful dolls. In fact, I've got a doll here that she made that I will show you. It's really lucky that I mentioned that because she sat up there. So yeah, my mum is so crafty. She made these. How gorgeous is that? She's got loads of them and she sells them, and they're just so pretty. It's kind of a can dancer. They're all one of a kind and really gorgeous. So she's really crafty and arty and all that kind of thing. I'm not. I'm really just, you know, I can paint my nails. That's about it. I'm not a kind of creative person in that way at all, and I wish I was. Best affordable way of getting your makeup to last all day, 8 to 9 hours. Affordable way is an interesting thing because I think in terms of buying makeup, there are lots of really great long-lasting products. The 17 Stay Time foundation, for example, is a great option if you want a nice foundation that lasts all day. And invest in a primer. However much money you can afford, then just go ahead and do that, and it will really help the longevity of your makeup. My favourite is probably the Benefit Professional, but I know that's quite expensive. If you want a cheaper one, then the NYX No Shine one's really good, and the The Revlon one is quite nice as well, but I do definitely like the Benefit one the best, but I know that's not a great budget option. But kind of investing in long-lasting products, especially with your foundation and powdering, kind of keep powdering up a little bit during the day and your makeup should last okay. If your mascara doesn't last, waterproof things is the answer, and eye primers are key as well. Or using something really long-lasting like one of the Rimmel Scandal Eyes kind of paints. They last all day long. Cream blushes, for example, is something that's notorious for not lasting very long, so kind of really think about what you're putting on your face and layer it rather than having a big thick layer of one product. Then I have a request for favourite balms and oils. I will do that. There's a lot of questions about cellulite. I've done a few videos about this. I'll try and link them down below, but I will do an updated kind of anti-cellulite routine because I've got really bad cellulite, and I do things to kind of prevent it and treat it, but it will just be the same tips as the old videos. So if you want me to do another one with kind of updated products, I guess, let me know and I will. Then we have, which American beauty guru do you watch regularly? I will confess, I don't watch that many American YouTube gurus because I just find it not as easy to relate to, and I think a lot of the products they talk about are kind of things that we can't get over here, so I don't watch tons. But one that I do love and that I've loved for years is Lisa D1. She's my favourite. She's gorgeous, she's so glamorous, she just looks great. I love how she always looks so put together. And I think she looks like Pamela Anderson, and I love her, so she's my all-time favourite YouTuber from the US. Cellulite again. Someone requesting a favourite colours of eyeshadow for brown eyes. I will do a tutorial on that. I'll do a kind of everyday brown eyes tutorial for you because that might be fun. Then, is there any way to prep curly hair for the autumn fall? My hair tends to get so dry around the colder months. I think hair tends to get drier for me during the summer months, but if your hair tends to get dry during the winter months, switch your products around. So maybe using a mousse won't work for you because that's quite dry. Get really good conditioning treatments and just start using more moisturising products like creams and a little bit of oil and that type of thing, and that will really help your hair get the nourishment that it needs. And kind of don't use too much hairspray and that kind of thing. Use really moisturising products and think about the formulas. Then we have, do you recommend keratin treatment for naturally curly hair as a way to eliminate frizz? I have never had a keratin treatment because my hair isn't really that frizzy, so that's not something I've experienced. However, I do know a lot of people swear by them and think they're a really good thing. So if you can afford to have one at a salon, I would probably recommend trying it just to see if it works for you. Then, since most anti-residue shampoos are drying, what do you recommend? I like the Boots anti-residue shampoo, just the Boots own brand. They're all kind of a bit dry and they don't smell that great, but they do the job, and the Boots one's inexpensive and it works perfectly well. How do you wake up eyes after not much sleep? I like using a really kind of moisturising eye cream, but before that use something like the Garnier Rollerball, something really cooling to help depuff the area. And when you're putting your eye cream on, really kind of tap it in for longer than you normally would, and it helps to kind of move everything around and make them less puffy. And lots of concealer, not reflective concealer because I think that makes them even more noticeable, but I am going to do a tutorial on kind of how to look good when you're tired type of thing. It's just that all the days when I wake up and I'm tired, I don't end up putting any makeup on because I'm just like walk around like a zombie. So yeah, but I will do that. Then we have questions about the best foundation brush. Some of these things are kind of things that I'll cover in a video, but what's the best foundation brush? I hands down think the Real Techniques buffing brush, as this girl mentioned, great. What do you recommend as a pore minimizer? The Benefit Professional works great, and the Clarisonic really has helped shrink my pores as well. Then we have this is a really interesting question. Do you apply perfume directly onto your skin or on your clothes? I apply it directly onto the skin. I do a spritz here, a spritz here, a spritz in the middle of my neck, spritz at the back of my neck. I know that's weird, but I just kind of feel like it makes the scent last longer. And then I do a spritz here, rub them together, which I know you're not supposed to, and then another spritz here and let them kind of cool off. And that's kind of my go-to perfume routine. Perfume doesn't last that well on me, so I do like to put quite a lot on in the hopes that it'll last a bit longer, but to be honest, it doesn't really. So those are the questions for today. I did mention maybe doing just like a beauty question, so all your beauty questions in one video. If you want me to do a hair questions again, I know I've done those in the past, but I get so many questions about this, then I can do that as well. So any of those types of questions, ask me down below and I will do that in a video in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to give a big thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you haven't, wherever the subscribe button is these days, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!